All right, welcome back here on this talk show. Um, we're going to talk March Madness bracketology. Um, let's see. Actually, I was going to do a 10-minute segment, but I'm going to do it for 5 minutes, or 6 minutes, I should say. So have the tournament started today. Here's the number one seeds. Arizona Wildcats is the number one overall seed in the entire country, and they're in the West region. The game will be, the first round matchup will be in San Jose, and they'll have to face a first four team against the teams who could be in this one here. So they could face, one seed is going to face most likely to this one here. And then the South region has UConn, and they'll have to face the wait for the winner for the first four matchup. And then for the East region, Duke is number one of the East region. And then the Midwest region, number one is Michigan. They have to wait for the winner of the first four matchup. So had the tournament started today, Arizona will play Merrimack for a 16 versus 1 matchup. Then 9 versus 8 matchup, it'll be St. Mary's number 9 take on 8-seeded NC State. That's the West region. And then 12-seeded Liberty takes on the 5th-seeded St. John's. And then number 13 is UC Irvine, number 4 for taking on number 4 Texas Tech. And then number 11 is Ohio State take on number 6 Clemson. And then number 14 Portland State takes on number 3 Gonzaga. Number 10 Miami will take on the number 7 Auburn. And then number 15 Navy takes on number 2 Michigan State. That's the West region bracket. For the East region bracket, number 1 seed UConn will take on the wait for the winner between both 16 seeds. It's BCU. Wildcats take on UMES. That's the first four matchup. Then 9th seeded Georgia takes on number 8 Iowa. And then number 12 seed Tulsa will take on number 5 Alabama. Number 13 North Dakota State takes on number 4 BYU. And then Louisville, number 6 seed, they'll take on the wait for the winner of the first four matchup of the 11th seed Indiana and Texas matchup. And then number 14 UNC Wilmington takes on a number 3 seed of Houston. That's the matchup. And then the bottom of that bracket, it'll be number 10 seed UCLA take on a 7-seeded SMU. And then 15 seed U team University of Texas Arlington takes on number 2 seed Nebraska. That's the South region. For the East region, it'll be 16-seeded UT Martin takes on number 1-seeded Duke. Then you got UCF, number 9, take on number 8 Kentucky. And then you got number 12 Yale take on the number 5 Arkansas. You got number 13 Troy take on number 4, Kansas. And then you got number 6, North Carolina will take on wait for the winner between number 11 seed New Mexico takes on USC Trojans. That's their projecting first 4 matchups. As for Florida, we have a number 14 Winthrop take on the 3-seeded Florida, defending national champions. Will be back in the tournament. And then you got number 10 seed San Diego State take on number 7 Villanova. And then number 15 Wright State will take on the number 2 Illinois. That's the East region. Midwest region, number 1 Michigan takes on the weight of the winner of the first 4 matchup between the 16th seed Vermont versus Long Island matchup. And then you got the number 9 Utah State take on number 8 Texas A&M. And then you got number 12 Belmont take on number 5 Virginia. And then you got number 13 Stephen F. Austin take on number 4 Vanderbilt. And then you got number 11 Miami, Ohio take on the number 6 ranked Tennessee in the East region, actually in the Midwest region conference. We got number 14 ETSU take on number 3 Purdue, and then we got number 10 Wisconsin take on number 7 St. Louis. We got number 15 Austin P take on number 2 Iowa State. Those are the NCAA tournament projecting brackets, not official brackets, but projecting the tournament picture right now. So, who do you think? Which number 1 seed will likely get to the Final Four this year? I'm going to pick up the 2 teams to get to the Final Four. Arizona. I would say Arizona, Michigan. I say Arizona and Michigan will get the Final Four. So here's how this is going to work. My Final Four matchups, I'm going to say Arizona versus, Arizona versus Michigan, and then I'm gonna go with Alabama versus. I'm going with Alabama. And North Carolina be in the Final Four conversation. I think North Carolina could sneak this into the Final Four. I think that's gonna help. That's gonna help their situations right now to be this one here and that one here. All right, so let's move on. Let's get to the head coachings. The 2 spots are up for grabs. So Raiders and Cardinals don't have a head coach. So head coaching cycle update. Right now, we're down to just 2 teams, Raiders and the Cardinals. So, excuse me. So 8 teams have completed their head coaching cycle. John Harbaugh, New York Giants. Kevin Stefanski, Atlanta Falcons. Jeff Hafley, Miami Dolphins. Robert Saleh, Tennessee Titans. Jesse Minter, Baltimore Ravens. Mike McCarthy, Pittsburgh Steelers. Joe Brady, Buffalo Bills, Todd Monken, the Cleveland Browns. So the 2 spots are the Browns, Raiders and Cardinals. My Raiders prediction, head coach Clint Kubiak for the Cardinals, probably Anthony Lynn. So those are my 2 head coaching job predictions right now. So here's all right. Let's preview the Sunday night basketball game. Who's on Sunday night basketball on NBC? It's a doubleheader. First one at 7 Eastern. It'll be the Lakers and the Knicks. We'll start that first. The Lakers try to search for answers on the road. And they will go to New York. Try to get to everything they can, push it back at it, but it's really tough to devastate. But it does make a huge difference. Something you really have to help. But for the Lakers, what Lakers have to do this week, this Sunday. Lakers play the Wizards tonight, even though they'll play the Knicks on Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern. We know celebrities going to be out there. Spike Lee for sure. It's going to be a star fest. LeBron James versus Jalen Brunson. I mean, it's going to be awesome. But we talk about the Lakers and Knicks. The Knicks have the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. And the Eastern Conference has not been kind to them this season in the NBA. But there's possible hope of optimism that they can get to the finals. Knicks and Lakers are not necessarily NBA Finals preview, but it's a good moment for them to get to this point on the season. So that will be the next step here. So who would like to win this Sunday, Knicks or the Lakers? I'm going to say the Knicks are going to win this Sunday. I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a competitive basketball game. I think this game's going to be close. Next one, we got the Thunder at the Nuggets. Tip-off begins at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC as well. The Thunder come off of last night's loss. The Nuggets come off of last night's win. So, who do you think who's in a better position, Nuggets or Thunder? I say the Nuggets are in a better position. Even they still don't have Jokic. Hopefully, Jokic could return this week. Hopefully, Jokic could come back this Sunday or otherwise. So, he said he's going to miss another week, which means he may not qualify for the NBA awards. That's unfortunate. So, getting Jokic healthy is going to have a hard time. Nuggets could easily be a first-round exit. Nuggets could easily be a first-round exit. Here's why. If even Jokic does come back, he may struggle down the stretch. He might struggle down the stretch if he comes back. Then they can fall out to him. They can easily jump to number 4 seed. Maybe at worst, a number 5 seed. As for the Thunder, they lost 3 of the last 4. We just discussed about that yesterday. And this Thunder team is still legit to come out of the West. This Thunder team is still legit to come out of the West. There's no getting around it. So let's see how this season plays out. If this game plays out. So we'll have to find out what's going on. Who are picking this Sunday, Thunder or Nuggets? I'm going to say Thunder wins. I think it's going to be a competitive basketball game. All right, let's wrap it up. So what's coming up on Monday? Because I'm off the next 2 days. Next week we have a Super Bowl week. We'll preview Patriots and Seahawks. We'll do tape next week. Trade deadline is NBA trade deadline is next week. We'll talk about that as well, as trade deadline is less than a week away. It has been a tumultuous week in America. The ICE federal incident across the America and the world as well. There are a few people who lost their lives. I'm saying this. Also, what's coming up next week? NFL honors is less than a week as well. I'm excited about that. It's one of the busiest weeks. The busiest week of all time. Super Bowl week. It's an incredible thing to describe in this one there. All right, that's it. That's going to do it here. This is JDB's Morning Cap. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday.